Have you ever wondered what you can make from Kongu Mahri, Hahli Mahri, and the dead one? I like the dead one. It's this right here. And right off the bat, I like this. This is designed called the Pit Maiden, and it is essentially a mythical creature of some kind that stalks the pits around Mahri Nui, the waters around Mahri Nui specifically. And so the idea is that this build, there's not much known about the creature itself. It's not known if it's hostile or when it appears, where it appears. In the story, it would have been seen around the time that Motoro sacrificed himself. So maybe it has something to do with like death or something. Maybe it is the reclamation vehicle of the sea, if you will. I don't know. But with that all being said, I think that the tail here is really well done. Obviously, it's not the correct color for these feet pieces here. Dark gray, they're supposed to be dark green. I apparently just don't have them in dark green. I could do dark blue, but I can't do dark green apparently. Anyway, so it works out really well though, and Hahli Mahri's wings make for such a perfect split tail specifically for like a fish type design. I'd love to reuse this on some other Rahi in the future. It's a gorgeous little build, and it's very simple to do with the pieces included here. With that said, it also has a lot of posability of that back tail, which was intentional because, you know, that is kind of how it steers underwater, right? So want to make sure that it gets as much as possible out of it. That said, just like the other combination model, as you can see back there, it does include a mask on the build as well, this time acting as a fin on the back here in the dark blue, just behind another fin directly in front of that in dark blue. So the body build is a little bit interesting. There's a lot of kind of stuff going on there, and you know, it's one thing to try and do some color layering here because there's so many different colors between Hahli, Kongu, and Motoro, but I think it worked out really well, keeping the white sort of toward the core more and just kind of keeping everything together there. It does have the blasters on the shoulders, which can move in a bunch of different directions, and the arm that they're on can also move around as well. And those are directly behind these mata feet pieces here. And then on top of that also has these sort of mantis style claws on the arms themselves. So it does have some relation in that way, being mantis-like to the last combination model as well. But yeah, I love the look of it. I think it looks quite like deadly, but not imposing, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. With that said, the way that the head is built is also quite interesting, giving you these kind of red pupils that just stare into your soul, and I think it works out really well, especially with like the breathing too, to sort of bulk things up a little bit in there. And yeah, it's a fun one. I like it a lot. Oh, and I forgot to mention the what is this, Hahli Mahri's proto steel claw or whatever. Not my favorite piece by any means, but I do think it fits well here since it kind of wraps around the side of the model, helps to bulk it out and look more armored. And yeah, let me give you a full look of the character from the bottom here and from the sides. Like, remember too that part of this build revolves around the fact that you only have a very set amount of pieces, and so like it can be difficult to build stuff like this because you run out of certain pieces you really need. I will say that the bullet pieces from these, I don't know what they're called specifically, but those can be really helpful for tying parts together. I don't think I use it anywhere in this build, but on the Mantis build specifically, I use quite a few of them because that build eats through the amount of pins and axles that are available in that set, or in that combination of sets. So yeah, it works out really well, and I don't know why, but I have an axle in one of these feet that doesn't do anything, but hey, whatever. Yeah, so I really like it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one too. I do think that the colors are done well. Also the lime, the flashes of lime, I think really set this one apart. With the gray on the tail here, maybe doing gray sockets and having lime up towards the front would make more sense, but again, I'm not too worried about it. In reality, these would be dark green, and the lime and dark green go together quite well. Also, yeah. So that's pretty much it. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it does help out the channel. If we can get to 1,500 subscribers, I mentioned this in the last video, if we can get to 1,500 subscribers before December 12th, then I am going to take on a brand new challenge. I described it in that video, so I just say go watch it, but it involves making combination models out of the Baraki, and not just 2, but a lot, about 15. So hopefully you enjoy this one, and as always, Discord and Instagram links in the description below, Patreon down there as well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.